Alright, viewers, alright. It's true. It's true. All the rumors are true. I made out with myself in a mirror that one time, but I was drunk. Anyways, back to what we're doing. We're freaking collecting bird parts, because that's what we do when we're an ant, you know? Screw collecting food for the winter. Bird parts. Well, okay, to be fair, they're building a bird, but, you know, it didn't necessarily go as scheduled or as tidy as it is in this game. You know, in the movie, they collected leaves and twigs and stuff. Flick kind of put it together. No, in the game, Flick apparently just needs to collect 5 little itty-bitty parts that apparently form some sort of bird. You know, like, we get to tell the bird, because, you know, Flick, he needs some tail. Yeah. So what if it has a double innuendo? I don't care. You know, Flick, he needs some tail, because, you know, he's a lonely male, you know, on the verge of creating himself whatever. Oh wait, that's just me. I'm lonely. Yeah, I don't care.
Gonna work.
I might be lonely, but at least I'm happy. And that's what's important, viewers. That's what's so important. That and ethnically cleansing Ant Island for ant kind. And killing mosquitoes. Because, they're just mean. I don't care what you say. Female mosquitoes will suck your blood for the iron, so they can reproduce little mosquito larvae, which can do the same next generation. Which in human retrospective, like freaking, I don't know, 9 bajillion generations of mosquitoes could have sucked your blood. So they can reproduce for the next following generation. You'll be 80 and have West Nile virus because you let that generation suck your blood so it can reproduce. These mosquitoes are terrible. They need to be exterminated immediately. Alright, I'll be honest. You know what? They're actually necessary to the food chain. That's the sad truth. As much as I hate mosquitoes, I can understand that they actually have a role in the food chain. You know what I can't imagine has a role in the food chain? Freaking fleas and ticks. They're just parasites all around. They need to be exterminated and killed. And the sad thing is, as soon as I said that, I realized that in Africa there's freaking these birds. These birds that look for them and eat them off of giraffes' necks. And they, like, go in other places. But I can't think of anything else that they do. You know, I swear to God, those birds must have health problems because, like, they must do something terribly internally, you know? Like, ticks and fleas, man. Don't swallow those. I hear these rumors that they still survive even if you, like, swallow them. Like, I don't know, acid isn't enough to kill them. Stomach acid isn't enough to kill fleas and ticks. Actually, interesting story. I had a run-in with a tick, and this might gross you out a little bit, but okay. So I was camping one of these days. I was camping a couple months ago. To be more precise, Memorial Day weekend of this year, 2012. I was camping with a group of coworkers and my folks, my awesome mom, to be precise. Anyways, so I woke up Saturday. Actually, was it Saturday? No, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I woke up. You know what I find when I wake up? Freaking, there was this tick just crawling on my arm. I don't remember what type of tick, but I just remembered, like, it had the same reflection, light, prettiness that hummingbirds do. And by that, I mean, you know how hummingbirds are very festive and colorful? It's because when you see them in the reflection of lights, like, they get that metallic prettiness. You know what I'm saying?
And now...
Probably not. Anyways, I'm moving on. So the stick had the same thing. It had the metallic prettiness because of, like, sunlight and light in general. Anyways, so it was crawling on my arm. I woke up with it crawling on my arm. And That's gross, right? But the thing is, fortunately, it wasn't sucking on my blood, which would have been terrible because I could have gotten Lyme disease. But fortunately, it was just crawling for a place to bite me and start gorging on blood, which, by the way, viewers, is not good because they can cause Lyme disease. Yeah, ticks are nasty, man, and because I found it when it was crawling on my arm, I basically. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I'm actually kind of proud of this. See, every time I go camping, I bring duct tape just because you never know when it's going to be helpful. And in this case, it was actually quite helpful because I took duct tape, smothered the bastard with some duct tape, and then I was able to kind of view it. Because I get a kick out of viewing like harmful like presents like that, like ticks and black widows. I'll actually view them for a good 5 seconds just to see like all the anatomy and parts and stuff. So I saw this tick, and I'll be honest, ticks are actually a lot larger than I thought they'd be. They're like 3 times larger than a flea, which might not mean a lot, but honest to God, they're huge in comparison, and they can grow like 5 times in size because when they gorge on blood, they bloat up like no tomorrow.
Hey, I should patent this.
Oh, hey, I got the bird parts. Yay! They're made of leaves and crap. Anyways, going back to my little tick story. So I like taped the tick and I was just observing it. I was showing my friends, hey, beware of what may be lurking in your tent, because you may find a tick, because they live up in Tonasket, which is where we were camping, Tonasket. I have some video footage somewhere on my channel of the area in Tonasket, because my family actually owns property up there, but I digress. That's not important. Tonasket is a fun place, but there are ticks that live up there. And I found one crawling on my arm that one particular day I was camping there. Did not latch on to me, but I found it. And being the guy that I am that finds this kind of stuff fascinating, when it was duct taped, I decided to do a little bit of a exploration anatomy dissection. As awful as that sounds, I felt like it was warranted of the tick, because I do not care about ticks, man. They're parasites that need to be destroyed. I have my certain limit of like animal enthusiasm in which this is not okay. Parasites, to be precise, I have no lament of them dying, especially ticks. So,
Just need to get to
this duct tape tick, I decided to take a stick and just kind of cut it open. I'm sure that was a horrible experience for the tick, but I felt okay with it. And you know what I found out? Ticks are really just giant walking balloons. Most of their body is comprised of nothing except a sac in which to store blood. Rightfully so, that's pretty much all they do. They store a large amount of blood for nutrients, which to which I have to say sounds about right, considering how much blood they suck and how nutritious blood is, which really isn't very nutritious at all. So basically I assume the fact that ticks gorge up on so much blood has to be the fact that blood isn't very nutritious, and yet I think they gorge up on enough where it's like they can at least find sustenance within it. And yeah, ticks are giant balloons. They're giant walking balloons that need to die. Anyways, so we're on the next level, and you're probably wondering, what is the point of this level? We have to find blueberry scouts to get to the bird, to freaking... God help me, I don't know what we're gonna do after we get to the bird. All I know is that now we have to, like... we have to get a gold berry. And now you're probably like, Gildan, how do we get a gold berry? And my reply to that is... just watch the video.
Round
Actually, as you can see, we actually have to build our way up to get a gold berry. I needed something for a segue, okay? God, what is the deal with segways? Why are those popular? I mean, honestly, God, it's just a slow-moving, like, two-wheeler. Why are they so expensive? Okay, I admit, I have nothing to add right now.
Ah, acorns galore.
I take that back. I do have something to add. Okay. Alright. So, we had to basically build ourselves a ladder power-up, and building ourselves a ladder power-up is annoying, but now that we have fully upgraded ladder power-up, and better, actually, this is the video. This is the instance in which shows that the fan power-up is actually far superior to the ladder power-up, because you see, we couldn't reach the next power-up to the brown berry. Right? But now we have the fan power-up, we're actually able to reach that power-up. So thus, the ladder power-up is virtually rendered useless once you have the fan power-up. That's right! So now the green power-up is virtually useless once you get second tier brown seed. Which, you know, the developers, I think, realized this, so, you know, they mixed and matched it, so, you know, some levels you don't even get the fan power-up, so, you know, that's fine. It's fine. They made it so the green ladder power-up actually has its uses. Which I'm fine with. It's just annoying when you get both power-ups in the same level, because it's virtually rendered useless, although they make it portrayed in such a way that, like, it leads up to you actually getting it. So, I don't know, clever game, clever.
Gotcha.
That's all I have to say, clever. Also, I find there's some annoyance, and despite how much I hate using the harvester,
Harvest time.
I think there might be some use to the harvester. If not, just to clear these enemies out of the way. Because they really need to die. They need to die for the ant guy. Yeah. Alright, now we can try to focus on getting that freaking last power up for the brown seed. I need the brown seed power up. I need the brown seed power up. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Can I get that? Can I get it? I can get it. That's right. I am lucky. Until I get hit by a black spider, which doesn't look like a black spider. It's like a freaking beetle. Freaking beetle. Okay, alright. Maybe I shouldn't give in quite to all the madness, just slightly. Now that we have a fully upgraded brown seed, we can actually get the gold berry, the berry of the gods, that they make wine out of. Freaking ultimate power of just killing these. Let's ethnically cleanse the tree. Ethnically cleanse. Excuse me.
Bye-bye, Buggy.
You know what? This one time, Flick, I give you it. Bye-bye, Buggy.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had the powers of Buggy the Clown, and by wish, I mean...
Bye-bye, Buggy.
Why does Buggy the Clown become so underrated and not that important to the story? And I need to watch One Piece. I don't know, I feel like Buggy the Clown just becomes significantly insignificant to any of the characters in One Piece. I mean, he looks like he's kind of capable of doing some interesting things with his, what is it, chop fruit or whatever, but no. It's gonna be rendered useless later on in the story, especially to Luffy, who, by the way, got so OP that I can't begin to understand it. I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead.
Nice one. That helps.
No.
Acorn.
Okay. So now we gotta climb the tree because we pretty much significantly destroyed everything on the ground. Now comes the time of our discontent of climbing a tree.
Swinging.
I don't advise climbing a tree when you're drunk, but this is just madness on so many levels. I can't imagine trying to do this sober, because can you imagine the monstrosity of falling and falling and falling and falling, and we're falling from great heights, and you see how narrow this branch is to try to get F? Can you imagine me trying to do this sober? Because I can't. I really honestly can't imagine me trying to do this sober. Actually, reverse that. I can't imagine me doing this as drunk as I am. But you know what? We're going to stop here. We're going to upload the last sober video, and then it's going to be completely drunk from here on out.